And we're going to go back to the story to Ecuador now. We're going to go to our correspondent, Pablo Vivanco. He is in Ecuador. Pablo, what is the mood there in Quito today among government supporters?
Good morning. It's still morning here in Quito, Cody. There's absolute calm in the streets of Quito, even as an opposition march enters into the south of the city. Opposition march led by one of the organizations from the opposition indigenous aligned organizations. Here behind me in the Plaza Grande, we have some rural organizations that are rallying in support of the government, as well as numerous press conferences that have been taking place from organizations both from cities as well as from the countryside that have been declaring their support for the government and their opposition to the plans for a national strike, a national action that has been called by sectors of the opposition.
And Pablo, how much support is there for tomorrow's march by certain labor and indigenous groups?
Well, the opposition continues to be quite divided, even as they came into the south of the city, holding a press conference. Various leaders are saying different things about what their planned actions are and how much support that they expect. In fact, today, some of the CONAI, which is the opposition-aligned indigenous group, they stated that they expect their rally, their demonstration to pick up support in the next week. That is, that they don't expect perhaps as much support as they initially declared for their action tomorrow. As well, some of the sectors from right-wing politicians have not necessarily had the same discourse and have talked about perhaps some different policies than some of the other opposition groups. So it's still quite up in the air in terms of how much support there will be actually on the streets for this opposition called action tomorrow as the opposition continues to fracture.
And so far, what do we know about the government's strategy to sort of keep the situation in check and even diffuse the situation?
Well, many organizations, as I stated, continue to declare their support for the government of Rafael Correa and the Citizens' Revolution. Press conferences happening on an almost daily basis, as well as assemblies happening in neighborhoods among organizations. The government has continued to issue their calls and call the opposition to a national dialogue where they're looking to create a consensus in the country on how to address the inequality that has unfortunately crippled this society and that this government is determined to address.
And that's certainly the issue that continues to drive Ecuadorian politics, inequality there. Pablo Vivanco, thanks so much for reporting for us from Ecuador.